Last week, we fixed the rover up, we built a ship for it, and we launched it somewhat successfully. This week, we're going to try and continue with that launch because while we are down one of the rockets, we still have every other piece that we need for this mission, and that might create some imbalances in space, but we'll figure it out. I believe this is it. Rover test 3. Yep. So what happened is I think I used the wrong decoupler piece because it was the one where it splits the cylinder into two halves that shoot outwards. And I had 3 of those bundled together, so they all shot outwards, and it blew one of the rockets off, which is quite a shame. So let's go into ProApps's here and start. Oh, that's going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to have to turn on RCS. Or maybe not. I'm just trying to get it kept on ProApps's. So I feel like the mission's still doable. Like, RCS is doing its job there. Look, it's keeping it more or less on. But at this rate, it's going to take forever. So my question is, what happens if I blast it? Will it level itself? Like, it almost seems impossible for me to get it back on ProApps. It's like a magnet. I put it over it, and it just moves away. Now, the problem is it's set on... Oh, boy. Now it's just getting worse. I wonder if it'd be probably better for us to just relaunch with different pieces. I'm going to test something for the matter of, just for knowledge. So I'm having a lot of trouble here getting it on ProApps with 2. So let's turn one off. So now we have 1. It's still as difficult to keep on target. Yeah, that hasn't helped at all. We're just probably going slower. So here's what we'll do. I hate to do this. Actually, I really don't hate to do this. It doesn't really matter to me. It's another launch. Let's just keep going around again. Let's get this thing positioned to go right into the ocean. Even that's taking longer than it should. Let's just end this flight. We need to fix this up and have a perfect launch. So I think that's rover test 3. I guess I just need to use different decouplers. Rover test 3. Yep. So, okay, here's our ship. This is the problem. I don't understand why. So let's take this off. Remove these. Let's see what other decouplers we've got, because apparently those are problematic. We have stack separators. Oh, that might be what we need. That's a smaller one. So that's what we need. Okay. No, I can't fit that there. Maybe that's why we need these smaller ones. Okay. Cool. And now we put these back. And everything else is put back. And we're good to go. So let's hit save. We'll call it... Whoa. What in the world? Just hitting the delete key and these weird A's are coming up. What other keys make weird keys? The rover to Duna. Save and launch. Hopefully we don't run into that issue again. And we could just head right to Duna. I'm excited to see how this works. I guess the stack separator works. The decoupler works when you've got it just on a single piece. Okay. I just hit the one key, which I think, whatever. Let's launch. All right, got some pretty good balance here. Let's lower our throttle. And otherwise, it'll be a pretty standard launch until the moment of truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. So it's detached, but these pieces are still on. Oh, is it going to do the same exact thing? Is it? Yes, it is. Yet somehow everything is still in one piece. I don't get that, but okay. We'll go with it. So let's power this up and keep going. We're going to go into space. Well, we're in space already, but we're going to go to Duna now. Now that we've got... Whoa, we're in orbit. Just hold on at a prograde setting. Ooh, right, overheating. Nuclear engines overheat. And we're going to keep this up until our apoapsis is... out of this, not the solar system, but out of Kerbin's orbit. I can't speed things up because the ship is throttled up, so you just sort of have to sit here and wait. Now, somebody pointed something out which I'm a little worried about now. So somebody in the comments, I'm sorry if I don't recall your name, mentioned that I should add a generator or solar panels to the rover. And I thought to myself, well, I do have solar. Oh, wait, I do. I've got the 4 here, and then I've got the 4 here. So, okay, never mind. We're all good. For a second, in the dark, I couldn't see any solar panels, and I thought I had removed them, and we just had no way of powering this rover back up. It was going to be a one-time use rover, which would have been devastating to me, but that is not the case, so we're good. Now, doing good. It looks like this thing's gonna speed up as it usually does, and we'll be out of we'll break out of orbit in any minute now. Just go through the moon. If we wanted to go to the moon, we could, but we don't, because we would crash. Because we need parachutes. We need an atmosphere. How about Minmus? That's a pain to land on. Okay, great. So we've got that going. Let's speed things up and get there. I always like looking at the planet as it goes away. Goodbye. Okay, great. So now we're here. We're in orbit. Duna is our goal. Set as a target. We need to correct our node. Let's also see if while we're there... Nope, wrong way. good. And let's also... Oh, no. Wrong... Oh, no. Wrong thing. Oh, no. Let's do that. Let's do that over again. I like that this is in three-dimensional space, but it causes me to grab the wrong one by certain points. So we're trying to get this... I mean, I guess... If you've watched my videos, this is... You want to get this node set to 0 or NaN so that... It basically means that the two orbits, your orbit and the orbit of your target, are completely level. It's not tilted at all. And so that's going to make it a lot easier to get into orbit with them. So now let's see if we can extend our orbit and cross paths with it. So here, our closest approach is not that close at all. So here's what we're going to do. Let's cancel out of this. Let's do... And it's easier to correct this at one of these points, I believe. I'm not 100... You know what? Let me check. I'm pretty sure that's the case. What if we added one here? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's easier to do. Or no, see, you can't get it to be... It's 0.1. 0.1. Oh, 0. 0.1 again. So, okay, I guess you can do it. It's just you have a very limited window to pull it off. I can't even find that. There's a 0 again. Okay, so let's give that a shot. That's, what? Doesn't tell me how much of a burn it is. So let's get in position. It's in 2 days, and we're going to do this whole mission in real time. So I'll see you guys later this week. It's not true, by the way. Oh, these pink represent our target. So in other words, Duna. This blue represents the node we just created. So let's put ourselves right on it. Remove that. Let's speed things up. Now, for something this minor, actually the burn might only be like a couple of seconds. I'm always playing like a guessing game with this speed up, slow down stuff. I never want to overshoot it, but I never want to wait any longer than like a minute. And for this one, just because of how hard it was to get that 0% window, I'm going to try and stick to this node timing as close as possible. Done. That was it. Done. So now let's get rid of this maneuver and let's see. 0.0. Great. That's what we needed. So now we can do some more experimenting here just to see when we're going to intercept the planet. That's wide. Nope. In fact, this was a little less wide, so let's try on the other side here. Wrong button. Now you could probably do other things to force it closer, but if you want to be fuel conscious, this is the best way to do it because you're just letting the natural timing of these two bodies up. Are you gonna see any sort of nope. And they separate. How close do they get it? Oh, wow, 300,000. Oh, there you go. See, that's what we wanted. So now that's a 1 and 49-second burn. That's not bad at all. Let's get into position. We'll fast forward through 69 days, and then we'll burn. That'll definitely save a lot of fuel. The fuel that we're going to end up spending a lot of is, of course, going to be the fuel to slow down so that we don't shoot past it. There we just float in space. Oh no. I forgot to take one person off the mission. Oh no, they're not going to make it at all. They're doomed. I mean, I guess Jeb definitely survives, but Bill or Bob, who's going to go? Oh no. I don't have 3 seats on that thing. Oh, this is going to be tough. Especially because, hold on, timing's lining up. I need to focus on the timing, but oh no, this is awful. I need to burn up the capsule for this mission to work. So there's not even like I could leave him in space. He's got to go. Somebody's got to go. I'm going to need to make a life or death decision this week. All right, we're getting time to burn here. All right, we're at 15 seconds. I'm going to have to decide who to kill. That's going to be tough. I think... Look at Bob. Bob looks so sad. He looks like he knows he's going to go. So I think maybe it'll be Bill. Ooh, we're at our node. So minute 45. How do they go is the other question. Do I just leave them in the cockpit? There's nowhere for him to grab onto on the rover. Maybe he just goes and free falls into Mars's surface. Okay, we got about a minute left. A little over a minute left. Or do I let him out now and then he just flies through space forever until he suffocates? No, asphyxiation is a pretty awful way to die. Maybe he needs to crash into the surface of Duna. I mean, that's also pretty brutal, but I imagine it'd be instantaneous death as opposed to just suffocating. Alright. How are we doing here? It's good. Everything's according to plan. Well, almost everything's according to plan. Notice we're coasting a little bit to the right. That's weird. Hopefully it shouldn't matter. 30 seconds. You know what I want to do in a future episode? I've seen it. I want to do a I want to make a satellite and put it in geostationary orbit, which is when it's orbiting the Earth at the same rate the Earth is rotating in such a way that it looks like you're never moving. You're just floating above a piece of Earth. That seems like it'd be fun. Okay, we're about ready to... Gotta keep my eyes on the map. Yep, there we go. Got it. So let's get rid of this. Boom. Now we can speed things up and get over there. What we're going to have to do is set ourselves into not apoapsis, retrograde, so that we could slow down once we get into orbit. There's the planet. So we're actually going to pass it up a little bit. I just like this view, this top-down view when we get closer. Watch how close they get. I wonder if, at this point, if I slow down to nothing, can I see the planet behind us? Like, we're so close to it, can I see it at all? I'm sure if I looked for that specific dot, I'd be able to find it, but I don't see anything. It just goes to show how big everything is. Okay, let's go back to speeding things up. Ooh, now we're going to come up right now. Well, okay, we're going to come up to it pretty closely. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Great. Oh, we're going to go underneath it. Whoa. So we get about here. We'll close it down until we're on a collision course with it. It's another minute, 30-second burn. This is a 1 day long path that we're on, so a minute's pretty much nothing. So let's get into position again. Speed up time to that burn, and then we'll burn it. And we'll have more than enough fuel for this, which is good. Normally, that is not the case for any of my missions. Let's speed things up. Okay. This is the most stressful part of the game, is the timing. Okay. Where's the planet? There it is. Burn! Well, we don't want to burn our engines. Alright, so that's what we're looking to create. Oh, we should, if we pull this off, we could land on the polar ice caps. That'd be really sweet. So now we get to watch this. Let's make sure our engines aren't burning. Let's see if we get them as high as we can before they start to overheat. Nope, overheating. So we'll tote them down. Now we just need to watch this. Now you can tell it's working because our time to Duna escape is extending, which means we're slowing down, which is precisely what we want to happen. And because we don't want an orbit, we really essentially want to get this down to 0. Which will take a minute, apparently. We're doing good on fuel, so that's no problem. If we had enough fuel, I'd almost have us go on a collision course with Duna, disconnect the rover so it can land, then reverse and pull out of the collision course and send the pod back to Earth. But there is no way there's enough fuel to do that. So he's doomed either way. So I'm sorry, we're just going to have you crash into the surface. All right, we're now in orbit. That's cool. And now we're reducing that orbit. Uh-oh, we don't have an electrical charge. I mean, that won't be a problem when we land because of the sun, but... And... boom. That's what we want. In fact, if we can... Just like that. So now correct me if I'm wrong. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. So this is going to have us crashing right into the moon, which is exactly what we want. So here's what's the next step. We're going to extend these panels because we definitely need sunlight. I'm going to have to remember to close those. Let's start with Jeb. We've got him on an EVA. Where are you, Jeb? Nope. Careful, Jeb. Don't break anything. We got to get you on this rocket. It's the most important part of the mission. There they are. There's your seats. I believe I could just click board. Okay, so he's on that now. So now let's go with Bill. Bill, you have survived. You will make it. Let's get you on there now. Let's get your light pack on. Let's get you to board. So now we've got both of them on there. That's good. So now we're going to decouple. Godspeed. Don't break anything. Don't break anything. Okay, so they're there. Let's switch over here. So now Bob is all on his own. I want him to very carefully maneuver away from the rover. Which is private. He's finding it hard to do. Okay. You know what? Goodbye, guys. We're going to go off into space. He wants to live his life in space. He's back in orbit. Let's see how far we can get him back. Every second's going to count for him. This will put him in orbit. We can come back to him later. We need to go back to the rover now. Let's switch back over to the rover. Rover's on its collision course. We've got our electricity charging. That's good. Are these all steerings locked? Lock steering. I thought I had something set up for that. Lock steering. And isn't 2 our solar panels? No, apparently not. Apparently none of those things copied over. So here we are on collision course with Duna. They look excited. Let's speed things up a little bit. There he goes. Goodbye. It's going to be the dark side. Uh-oh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. At this point, we've got our batteries charged. Let's close these out. Why can't I close them? These guys are driving, right? I'm not... Why aren't they showing up? Does this not count as a... Do I not to... Why can't I control this thing? What happened? I can't do anything. I'm just like watching. What is this button? No, yeah, we do want that. Is that not what I'm flying right now? What have I done wrong? Why can't I could create maneuvers for this thing, but I can't control it in any way. I've got electrical charge. I've got 2 people at the wheel. What's wrong? This is going to be a disaster because I'm going to hit the atmosphere and I'm not going to be able to trigger those parachutes. Why isn't this working? Oh no. Let's go to the Space Center. We're going to try and fix this real quick. This is a big problem. Is it because it's not its own, but it's got people at the wheel and it's got... this is bad news. This is awful. Suborbital trajectory. Yes, that is what we want. Fly. I want to hit fly because I want to fly this thing. And we're... oh, now I can control it. Okay, that's bizarre. That is so strange. I wonder what that was. Why that wasn't working. I mean, the fact is I still don't see my 2 astronauts there, so... here's what I'm going to do. Let's trigger those now then, because they'll just pop out when the atmosphere is thick enough. So let's speed things up. There's nothing we could do at this point. It's all faith in parachutes. Let's try and spin this right side up. All right. Doing a sweet flip on the surface of Mars. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Slow down. We got our parachutes out. They haven't disconnected. That's good. But the Earth is coming up very quickly. Oh. Oh my God. We lost both of them. They both got ejected from the rover. Oh no. They're dead. They're dead. Oh my goodness. But this is fine. Oh my gosh, they're dead. The sudden stopping from the parachutes caused them to be ejected from their seats. The idiots did not wear seatbelts like they were instructed, and they were just shot into the surface of the Duna, where they are now dead. We're about to land on our side. Something's going to break. Up, 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 up. Oh, look, it's like we're walking. So we've landed. Let's try and flip over. Oh, man. So the exact thing that we were warned to guard against happened. Come on. Yeah. I don't know why it only did half, but that's fine by me. Maybe if we just rock it back and forth like this, it'll eventually... Come on, flip over. This isn't helping. How are we going to do this? Oh, we could disable these motors. Because even if they're locked, just by using them, could be using up power. And we're on limited power right now. Oh my goodness. We're turtled. We're turtled and our 2 astronauts are dead. What if I just lowered these? Oh, it is symmetrical. Let's say if I could just get the wheels to touch. Great. It's a great situation to be in. The legs worked last episode? I don't know what happened, but I was able to do something with the legs. It just wasn't... Come on. I have to, like, commit to one side and just keep hitting the gears until I flip over. Okay, we smashed one solar panel. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Next week, we figure out how to get over this. We mourn the loss of our 2 astronauts, and we see if we can get our third anywhere remotely close to home, where he will probably asphyxiate. Thanks for watching Kerbal Space Program. I do this every week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you make the most of the week ahead of you, and I hope to see you here next week for the next disaster in Kerbal Space Program. Bye, everyone.